Welcome to lesson 3 of Automotive Electrical and Electronics Basics. In this lesson, we would be learning about electron flow. The previous lessons, we have learned about what is electricity, what is a conductor, what is a non-conductor, what is a semiconductor, etc. This is a foundation course for automotive, electrical and electronics. Hence, you should not miss any of the lessons. It is structured in a way that, and we are learning from the scratch. If you miss out any of the lesson, then you will end up in improper learning. Hence, do subscribe for the channel and start watching the videos sequentially. Let us jump into the course content. In this lesson, we would be learning how electrons move inside a conductor or a wire. See, we understood that we are using copper wires in our automotive wirings. Why we are using copper? Its comparatively strength is good and it has good conductivity. Good conductivity means it has a free electron on outermost shell, that is N shell, that we learned in previous lesson. So consider this is a copper wire. Copper wire which has smaller particles which is known as an atom. See, there are many atoms placed here. Now we are going to learn how an electron moves from inside a wire. This has free electron, this has free electron. Free electron will start moving from one to another end when we give what? A push or an external force. What is that push? We will learn how it will move. It will move from one end where less number of electrons are there to a place where more number of electrons are there. How this electron will move? It will hop from one atom to another atom like this. That means, is it required the electron which is there, the first one should be reaching? It can reach, but it is not mandatory that it should jump from here to the last one. It will be jumping from one atom to another, one other atom to, like this. These electrons are moving in just around mm per second. But the electricity, when you switch on a fan, switch on a light, quickly it's switching on. Why? Because the flow of electricity is at the speed of light. Very quick. How is it possible? It is by virtue of hopping from one atom to another atom by an electron. Now, when it will start flowing? When you give a push, and there should be a difference in pressure. If there is no difference in pressure, it won't. Let us understand more detail in subsequent lesson and a part of it in this lesson also. You consider a case of a battery. This is a battery which has two poles. One is positive, another is negative. What is electricity? It is flow of electrons. Where is more number of electrons are there? Electrons are negatively charged. It will be on negative side here. So when electricity will flow? It will flow from one end to another if you exert a force. That force is known as voltage, that we will be learning. That pushes the electron to move from this end to another end. See, where more number of electrons are there, moving to the place where less number of electrons. Consider about a bus station. Now you have to catch a bus to A to B. There are two buses at the bus station where it is going to be, place called B. One bus is fully crowded, another bus is empty. What is a push for you? Push for you is to reach the destination of B. You have two options. You have to catch the bus which is crowded or the bus which is empty. Both are starting in the same time, both are reaching on the same time, reaching the destination on the same time. Which you will pick? You will pick the one which is empty. Similar way, electrons. Electricity is having a behavior like our human being. Similar way, electrons also will be moving to the place where less pressure is there. But you need a push. When you need to have a push, then it will start flowing. What is a push? Push is nothing but the voltage is a push. Hope this is very clear to you. However, something interesting over here. Have you opened the bonnet of a car and seen how the wiring is routed in that? You might have seen negative terminal is grounded. Positive terminal is connected to fuse box. So how is it possible? We learned that the electron is flowing from negative to positive, but when you look into the automobile, most of the automobiles, it looks like that electron is flowing from positive. How is it possible? The answer is there are two theories for electron flow. One is conventional current flow, another one is real, actual, what it is. Conventional current flow is derived by Benjamin Franklin. He was thinking that their flow of current is from positive to negative since electrons were not invented that time. So he was thinking that the flow is from positive and every circuit boards, a wiring diagrams, test books, circuits, everything, it was used this theory. Still in global standards, we are using this now also. Even now the cars are grounded negative, most of the cars. But actually is it like that? Actually it is not like that. It is something called the flow of electrons is from where there is higher amount of electrons to the lower amount of electrons. That is actual. This was found by J.J. Thomson in 1897 when you came to know there is something called electrons. This is used in advanced electronics and chip design, the actual theory. But we are following the conventional theory in most of our automobile. So let us understand this way that electrons are flowing from negative to positive, but wiring is routed in a different way because the conventional theory is positive to negative. Hope this is very clear to all of you. In this lesson, we have learned how electron moves and what an voltage does and what is the direction of current. There are two theories in this. One is a conventional theory which we are following in an automobile and another is a actual flow of electrons. That also we have learned. In next subsequent lesson 4, we will be learning more about the EMF or a voltage, what is the pressure and what is it, how it is generated, what are the different methods of generating EMF and how we measure. Please don't miss out any of the lesson. Do like, share and comment on the learnings. And if any suggestions, please do let us know. We will act on your suggestions and comments. Subscription to the channel is most important because we will be uploading the lessons on a regular intervals. In between the intervals, you can strengthen your learning. You can ask your doubts where I would be grateful to answer to you. Thank you for watching the lesson. Happy learning.